Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So if you are looking for legitimate remote jobs, and especially ones that don't require being on the phone all day, and you're open to an in-person job as well, you are in the right place. Today I'm breaking down 3 interesting jobs at Chime, one of the fastest growing fintech companies in the US. And I'll also give you some insider info about the company itself so that you know what it's like working there, what they pay, and what skills you need to qualify based on my research. All right, so by the end of this video, you will know exactly which role might be a great fit for you. All right, let's go. Before we get into the jobs, let's talk a little bit about Chime. So Chime, which is officially Chime Financial Inc., is a financial technology company or fintech. And they're based in San Francisco, which is why you see a lot of those locations listed when you are looking on their career site. They were founded back in 2012. And here's an important thing to understand. Chime is not a bank. Instead, they partner with FDIC insured banks like the Bancorp Bank and Stride Bank to offer checking accounts, savings accounts, debit cards, and other financial products. So Chime's mission is quite simple: make banking helpful, easy, and free. So that means number 1, no monthly fees; number 2, no minimum balance requirements; and number 3, no overdraft charges. They also have a few cool features like their early paycheck access Spot Me, which lets you overdraft a small amount without fees, a secured credit card to safely build your credit, and peer-to-peer payments and automatic savings tools. And so you might wonder, well, how do they make money if the accounts are free? So Chime basically earns a small fee every time someone uses their debit card at a store, which is also called interchange fee. So over on Glassdoor.com, because we have to do our research, Chime has a rating of 3.8 out of 5 stars. So positive feedback highlights include their friendly culture, open leadership, and their strong team morale. But some challenges employees note here on Glassdoor.com include the following, like career development. It could be limited, and also management quality varies across different teams. And so about 75% of employees would actually recommend working there, which sounds pretty solid. Okay, so now let's talk about the first role at the time of me recording this video. And this is for the technical implementation specialist. And so this job is basically all about keeping Chime's customer service systems running smoothly. So think of it as being behind the scenes. You're designing the technology that makes calls, chats, and support tickets flow a lot more efficiently. So you're not talking to customers yourself. Instead, you're the person making sure that the system helps customers get help faster and more efficiently. So you're doing things like setting up phone menus, creating chatbots, designing automations so that tasks happen automatically, and you're also connecting different tools so that they talk to each other, right? So when we jump into the qualifications, they are looking for at least 2 to 3 years of experience in systems implementation or technical support tooling, experience using Zendesk, Salesforce, and so forth, and also comfortability building automations or integrating tools. So if you've done work where you improved technical tools for a team, then this could be a great fit for you. Okay, so next up is the Senior Program Manager for Live Chat. So if the first job is about building the tools, this role here is about running the strategy. And so you are the coach of the live chat team within this role. You're making sure that the system works quickly, smoothly, and gives customers exactly what they need. So what are you doing here? You're analyzing data, you're spotting problems, and you're coordinating with teams across the tech, the product, and customer service to make improvements. So say, for example, the help desk is taking days to resolve tickets, which is becoming a problem for the customers. So a person within this role will be researching and rolling out maybe a smarter ticketing route tool that automatically prioritizes these urgent issues. And so average resolution time will go down and customers will get help a lot more faster. And so that's kind of the impact that you have in this role. You don't just set up the systems, but you're making real-time improvements that customers notice. And it helps the entire process run smoothly. So qualifications include at least 5 years in project management or product operations, 3 years in live chat systems, strong data analysis, the ability to work with multiple teams and adapt quickly, and a bonus if you have BPO or consulting experience. So in short, if you enjoy leading projects, solving problems, and even improving the customer experience using chat technology, then this role is a great opportunity to look into. Okay, so finally, let's talk about a completely different role here. And this one is more fun to me to talk about because it has to do with YouTube. So this is for their YouTube video strategist. So this one is non-phone and fully focused on content. So your role here is to plan out what Chime's YouTube channel could create or should create so that it reaches more people. This is not a work from home position, but you are boots on the ground, in person, in the office, okay? So you're not filming or editing, but you will decide the topics, the formats, and the trends to follow. So you're working with the marketing team, design team, and research teams to make sure that these videos are interesting and easy to find. So you are analyzing the numbers, the click-through rates, the watch time, the retention rates, to see what is working and adjust your strategy. So say, for example, Chime is launching out a new video series. So a person within this role would be researching what people are searching for on YouTube and also testing out different thumbnails and titles, tweaking the content based on the watch patterns. And then over time, the channel grows and reaches thousands of new viewers. So that's basically what this strategist does, turning the data and creativity into real growth. So if you have background in YouTube, this might suit you very well. Their qualifications include at least 5 years creating YouTube first content, all right? Strong understanding of YouTube SEO and trends, your proven audience growth and engagement results, and experience collaborating with creative and marketing teams. So this is an amazing role for anyone who loves digital content, analytics, and strategy without ever having to be on the phone with customers. Before we wrap up, I want to give you a deeper look at what it's really like to work at these Chime roles based on my research and how you can make yourself stand out when you apply. So this is the part where I share behind the scenes stories, insider tips, and things that most people don't realize about remote fintech jobs. Okay, so starting with our first job, the technical implementation specialist. So imagine that, you're starting your day logging into all of the systems that support Chime's customer service team. You're checking out the dashboards, reviewing automation flows, and troubleshooting any issues that might have popped up overnight. So one day you might also notice a routing flow that isn't sending chats to the right team. You're going to jump in, adjust the logic, test it out, and within, that time frame that is expected, the customers are back to getting the right support instantly. So this role is not just technical, but you're documenting processes and you're thinking ahead so that future problems don't happen. So in order to qualify, some things that you can do to qualify. Number one, learn different tools that they mentioned here, like the Zendesk tool, the Salesforce, Five9, or Twilio. You can also practice low-code automation by using Zapier or Workato, and also maybe, try some basic coding in JavaScript or for workflow customization. And as you are improving yourself by learning these tools, this will help you to stand out. And even volunteer work to help small businesses automate workflows, this can help you build experience for this role if you don't have any, right? Let's talk resume tips. So if you are applying for this job, your resume matters very much. So a few tips that I have. Number one, you want to highlight your key skills. So if you have skills with systems implementation and configuration using their Zendesk and Salesforce tools, you want to include that. Also talk about your low code or your automation tool experience using Workato or Zapier, your basic coding in JavaScript, or your ability to cross-functionally collaborate with teams. And so on your resume, a great way to highlight these things would be maybe to lead with achievements. So instead of just saying, what you have done, you want to talk about how you made an impact and quantify that with a number, right? A factual number. So for example, configured chat and call routing systems that reduced customer wait times by X%, right? This helps the company know not only what you did, but what impact you brought to the previous company. Also highlight any type of projects that you have done, technical projects. So even small projects do count, like automating a process or integrating software tools. This will help you increase your impact on your resume. Also use keywords from the job description. If I have not said that enough, you want to include different terms. So on this job listing, they talk about IVR, ACD, automation, API integration, and systems optimization. If any of those terms sound familiar to you in your background, definitely include that into your resume. And also show your collaboration by mentioning the teams that you have worked with, whether that be the operations team, the product team, or engineering team. So if, for example, in order to wrap this all up into a great work experience line, a high impact work experience line would look like you mentioning implemented and optimized customer support systems, including those systems, whether that be Zendesk, reducing ticket resolution time by X% while integrating automation workflows using X and Y, right? Whatever those are, Zapier, JavaScript, scripts, or whatever, right? That is a high impact line that highlights your key skills and also includes quantified metrics to help your application stand out. So let's jump into our second job, the Senior Program Manager for Live Chat. And this is all about strategy and leadership. So think of this like being the quarterback of a team. So you're constantly analyzing the chat metrics, the response time, the first contact resolution, and overall customer satisfaction rates. So you then meet with the product teams, the engineering teams and vendor teams to implement improvements. So if you want to improve your chances of qualifying, I would suggest that you highlight any type of project management that you have, any experience that you have across different teams within your background. Show data analysis skills as well. Demonstrate your communication and influence, and also include any experience that you have with live chat systems. Even if you led smaller programs or process improvements, this counts as experience. And so how do we realistically include that within our resume? So number one, show your leadership impact. You can highlight how your work improved customer experience or operational efficiency. And also use metrics, because numbers have a way of attracting the eye. So you can say something like improved first contact resolution by X% through workflow redesign, if this matches your work history. Also emphasize your strategy thinking, like mentioning any type of planning out roadmaps, any type of processes that you've planned out, testing out hypotheses, or even scaling initiatives. And also highlight data skills, because this is important within the role. So include your skills with dashboards, KPIs, and performance analytics experience, right? So an example for your resume work experience line, a high impact line would be led implementation and optimization of live chat systems across multiple teams, because this is exactly what they're asking for, improving response times by 30%, and increasing customer satisfaction scores by 20%. This is a high impact work experience line that shows the company what you did, how you did it, what teams you worked with, and the results. And last but not least, our YouTube video strategist role, which deals with creative and data skills. So for this role, you're focusing on strategy, not the filming part, like we mentioned earlier. So you're planning out videos that will attract and engage viewers, and then monitor the metrics like the click-through rates and the watch time to improve that performance. So here, for example, you might launch a video series on saving money with Chime. So you're testing out the thumbnails, the titles to see what works and really grabs the interest of the target audience. You're tracking out the analytics, how well the video is doing, and tweaking the content based on what worked and what did not work. And so this basically results in new viewers and more engaged viewers. So if you want to improve your chances of qualifying, I would say to learn YouTube SEO. Okay, so this is all about, using the right keywords and titles, tags, and thumbnails to attract the target audience. There are so many different ways that you can learn this, including YouTube videos. They have a bunch of videos on SEO. You could also consider learning different strategies around tracking analytics and pivot strategies, and also stay creative and follow different trends. So if you run your own channel or you're helping a brand with YouTube content, that can provide hands-on experience, and it's very valuable. Okay, and so for the YouTube strategist, how you can include this within your resume: number one, demonstrate your measurable growth. So, with YouTube, you have your own audience, so include your audience growth percentages, also your watch time improvements or your engagement metrics. Highlight your strategy and your execution. So talk about your plan, how you coordinated that plan, and how you adjusted your content based on those analytics. Including your cross-functional work may help as well. So emphasize any type of collaboration that you have done with production teams, marketing teams, and analytics teams. This shows that you are able to work within a team. And also show your platform-specific expertise. So mention your SEO skills, your keyword research skills, thumbnail making, creation skills, and metadata optimization. Okay, so one strong resume bullet point would be: developed YouTube content strategy that increased channel subscribers by X% and average view duration by X%, leveraging SEO, analytics insights, and cross-team collaboration. This is everything in one, and it is a strong work experience line. So here's why all of this matters. Even if you are starting your career or you want non-phone remote work, these roles show companies the skills that they value most, like problem solving, collaboration, data-driven decision-making, process improvement, and creativity, as well as content strategy. So a few tips to apply successfully: of course, like we mentioned, tailor your resume with keywords that are from the job description. Also, use storytelling to highlight any type of problem-solving examples that you've got. Any type of experience that you've had where you were required to solve a problem for a team or a customer. Show your cross-functional experience. Demonstrate any type of initiative that you have by learning different tools or running projects independently. And also consider online courses in automation, live chat systems, or even YouTube strategy. Okay, so to recap, Chime is a fast-growing fintech company, and these three roles really give you different ways to make an impact with the company. So 2 of these roles are completely non-phone. 1 works behind the scenes. So check it all out online. Tailor your resume, tell your story, and highlight your relevant skills. Okay, so that was just a tidbit, but thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and if it gave you great value as you are on here on the job search, I completely get it. Please like this video and make sure that you share it with someone who is looking for a real remote job, an in-person job, a job in general, right? This job market is quite tricky, but there are companies that are still hiring. So if you know someone who is looking for a legitimate work from home or in-person job, go ahead and send this video their way. Also, make sure that you subscribe to get many more videos just like this one, and I will chat with you guys very soon.